Tonight's story is here to help you feel calm and at ease. Orchid's Resilient Journey with Buttercup. This story is about Orchid and Buttercup, whose resilience and friendship helped them overcome a devastating storm threatening their village. In a land where the horizon kissed the sky and the stars danced across the night, lived a young girl named Orchid. Orchid was as gentle and strong as the flower she was named after. Her village was nestled in a valley surrounded by towering mountains and lush forests that whispered tales of old. Orchid loved to wander through the woods, weaving crowns of wildflowers and listening to the ancient songs of the wind. One fateful afternoon, while exploring a hidden glade, Orchid stumbled upon a shimmering, translucent figure that seemed to glow with an inner light. It was an elemental named Buttercup. Buttercup was as graceful and fleeting as the wind, with eyes that sparkled like the first stars of twilight. Though delicate in appearance, Buttercup had a core of unwavering resilience. Orchid and Buttercup quickly formed a magical friendship. They would spend hours together, Buttercup teaching Orchid how to listen to the whispers of the wind and unravel the secrets it carried. In return, Orchid shared her world with Buttercup, introducing her to the beauty of the earthbound wonders, from the rustling leaves to the gentle streams that meandered through the forest. One day, an ominous shadow cast itself over their beloved valley. A ferocious storm, unlike any they had ever seen, began to brew on the horizon. The winds howled, and the skies darkened as the storm bore down on the village. Terrified, the villagers looked to the sky for any sign of hope. Orchid, with her newfound understanding of the wind, knew that the storm was no ordinary one. It was born of darker, sorcery-laden forces that threatened to engulf their home. Determined to protect her village, Orchid turned to Buttercup for help. Buttercup, we must do something to save our people, she pleaded, her voice steady marked out the fear gnawing at her heart. Buttercup, sensing the gravity of the situation, called upon her elemental powers. Orchid, together, we can harness the strength of the earth and the sky to defy this storm, she whispered. And so, they began a valiant struggle against nature's wrath. Orchid stood firm, her feet rooted in earth, drawing strength from the land she loved. Buttercup soared above, weaving through the winds, guiding them and turning their fury into a gentle breeze. The storm raged on, but Orchid remained resilient, her heart unwavering. Buttercup, with her ethereal grace, danced through the tempest, her spirit unyielding. Together, they created a shield of harmony, balancing the wild forces of nature. Hours passed, and the storm began to wane, its dark clouds dissipating into the horizon. The villagers, who had sought refuge in fear, emerged to find their homes and fields intact. They marveled at the courage and resilience of Orchid, who stood with Buttercup amidst the afterglow of their victory. As the storm passed, the village flourished once more. Orchid and Buttercup's bond grew even stronger, their friendship a testament to the power of resilience and the beauty of collaboration. From that day on, the villagers spoke of the brave girl and the ethereal elemental, who faced the storm and emerged triumphant. And so, Orchid and Buttercup continued their adventures, exploring new horizons and strengthening their bond with each passing day. In the heart of their enchanted valley, they proved that with resilience and friendship, no storm was too great to overcome. Here, I have the new story to soothe your spirit. The Lessons from Achilea, a Tale of Respect. This story is about a girl named Iris, who learns the importance of respect from a wise old owl named Achilea, transforming her village through her newfound wisdom. Once upon a time, in a village nestled between rolling green hills and endless fields of flowers, there lived a girl named Iris. Iris was a curious and kind-hearted child, always eager to explore the natural world around her. Her endless curiosity led her to every stream, tree, and meadow in her village, and she loved making friends with animals and humans alike. One day, as the golden rays of the setting sun bathed the village in a warm, amber glow, Iris' mother called her in for supper. "Iris, dear, come in before it gets dark," her mother called from the doorway. "Oh, yes, mother. I'm just coming," Iris replied, running quickly across the meadow, her auburn hair streaming behind her. Later that night, with her belly full and her heart content, Iris lay in bed, her thoughts drifting toward her next adventure. Little did she know, her greatest adventure was about to begin. Deep in the heart of the whispering forest that bordered the village, lived an ancient and wise owl named Ophelia. As she had lived through countless seasons and had seen the world change in more ways than any human could imagine, Ophelia was known as the guardian of the forest, and she possessed a vast knowledge of nature and the delicate balance that held it all together. One moonlit night, as Iris slept peacefully in her bed, she was visited by a dream unlike any other. In her dream, a great owl, with feathers of silver and eyes that gleamed like the brightest stars, appeared before her. "Come with me, Iris," the owl said in a voice as soft as the night breeze, yet filled with wisdom. Without hesitation, Iris followed the owl deep into the forest. They walked until they reached a clearing bathed in moonlight, where stood an ancient tree with branches that seemed to touch the sky. "I am Ophelia, the guardian of this forest," the owl said. "I have watched you, Iris. Your kindness to all living things has not gone unnoticed. I have selected you to learn the most important lesson, the lesson of respect." Iris listened intently, her eyes wide with wonder. "Respect is to understand," Ophelia continued. "It is to see the world not just through your own eyes, but through the eyes of others. You must respect nature. You must see the interconnections between all creatures and the earth." Ophelia then spread her wings and flew to a nearby tree, beckoning Iris to follow. I'll show Iris how the bees and flowers worked in harmony, how the trees provided shelter and life to countless creatures, and how even the smallest streams played a crucial role in the ecosystem. "For every creature, there is a role and a purpose," Ophelia said. "He first that and you will live in harmony with the world." The dream lasted through the night, filled with lessons of respect for all living things, big and small. When Iris awoke the next morning, she felt a profound change within her. Adventures from that day on were marked by a deep respect for the world around her, and she often visited the forest, remembering the wise words of Ophelia. The village noticed the change in Iris. She taught others the lessons she had learned, and soon the village became a place where respect for nature thrived. Flowers bloomed more brightly, the air seemed fresher, and the bonds between people and nature grew stronger. And so, the legacy of Ophelia's wisdom lived on through Iris, teaching generations the true meaning of respect. Yeah, let's embrace the next chapter. Snowdrop and Clover, the warmth of friendship. This story is about the heartwarming friendship between Snowdrop, a compassionate young woman, and Clover, a magical being who brings warmth as they work together to spread joy and comfort in their village. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between emerald hills and flowing streams, lived a young woman named Snowdrop. Snowdrop, named after her favorite winter flower, was known for her gentle nature and compassionate heart. She had a melodic voice that could calm even the most troubled souls, and a smile that warmed the coldest of days. The villagers often sought her advice and comfort, finding solace in her nurturing presence. In the same village, lived another unique soul named Clover. Clover was a caring hare, beings created by nature to bring warmth and healing to the world. With her emerald green eyes and soft, moss-colored hair, Clover was a reflection of the nurturing earth itself. She had a magical gift. Wherever she went, peace and warmth followed. Animals and plants thrived in her presence, and people found their spirits lifted. One chilly autumn day, Snowdrop wandered into the forest, gathering firewood for the upcoming winter. As she made her way deeper into the woods, she spotted Clover kneeling by a small, withered flower. Clover's hands glowed softly as she tended to the fragile bloom, her touch bringing it back to vibrant life. Snowdrop watched in awe, entranced by the magical scene. "Oh, Clover," Snowdrop greeted softly, not wanting to startle her. "What brings you here on this cold day?" Clover looked up and smiled warmly. "Hello, Snowdrop. I come to the forest to heal and care for those in need, just as you do for the villagers." This little flower needed a bit of warmth. Ireful Snowdrop knelt beside Clover and admired the newly revived flower. Its beautiful white hair had atomized, reflecting the joy in the reborn petals. "He'd always admired how everything seems to flourish round you, so we believe we are both here to bring a little more warmth and kindness to the world's life," Clover replied. "Perhaps we could help each other." From that day on, Snowdrop and Clover worked together, combining their unique gifts to spread warmth and joy throughout the village. They planted gardens, not just for the beauty they brought, but for the sustenance they provided. They visited the elderly and the sick, offering comfort and companionship. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day, and their combined effort transformed the village into a place of unprecedented harmony and happiness. One bitterly cold winter evening, a fierce storm hit the village. The villagers huddled in their homes, the icy wind howling outside. Snowdrop and Clover knew that their warmth was needed more than ever. They traveled from house to house, their mere presence bringing comfort and hope. Heavy's magical touch ensured that the hearts were always warm, and Snowdrop's soothing voice calmed the fears of the frightened children. After hours of tending to others, they finally returned to Snowdrop's cottage. Exhausted but content, they sat by the fire and sipped hot tea. Snowdrop looked at Clover, her heart swelling with gratitude. "Thank you, Clover. Your warmth made all the difference tonight. You have a gift that truly brings light to the darkest times." Clover smiled, her eyes glowing with gentle affection. "And you, Snowdrop, have a heart that never stops giving. Together, we are a force of nature. As long as we are together, there will always be warmth in our world." Outside the two friends sat quietly, surrounded by the cozy glow of the fire, basking in the warmth of their friendship. No storm could ever diminish the light they brought to their village, for they had each other and their unending capacity to care. And so, Snowdrop and Clover continued to bring warmth, love, and healing to the world, one kind act at a time. Their story became a cherished legend in the village, a tale of how a bond between two compassionate hearts could transform lives and light up even the darkest winter nights. Here's another gentle story for you. Clover and Nymphia, Under the Starry Sky. This story is about a girl named Clover and her snail friend Nymphia, who embark on an adventure to find a magical star of wishes. Once upon a time, in a verdant meadow where wildflowers freely danced in the breeze, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Clover. Her days were filled with laughter and curiosity as she wandered the vast fields, her eyes sparkling like the clear blue sky above. Clover's closest companion was an elegant snail named Nymphia. Nymphia's shell was a beautiful shade of lavender, with delicate patterns resembling the petals of a lotus flower. as the sun would set, casting a golden hue over the meadow. Clover and Nymphaea would sit together, talking about their dreams and the vast universe. One certain evening as stars began to sprinkle the darkening sky, Clover had a whimsical idea. To Nymphaea, but let's go on an adventure to find the Star of Wishes enough, she suggested with a twinkle in her eye. The Star of Wishes was said to grant the deepest desires of those who found it. To Nymphaea, with a cautious yet excited antenna twitch, agree. They packed a small pouch of provisions. Clover brought some fresh berries and soft leaves, while Nymphaea carried a tiny flask of honeydew nectar. Together, they ventured into the mystic night. The meadow soon opened into a dense forest, where their path was illuminated by the soft glow of fireflies. The forest was alive with the songs of nocturnal birds and the whispers of leaves swaying in the gentle breeze. Clover and Nymphaea followed the brightest star, believing it would lead them to the Star of Wishes. Through valleys and across streams they persevered, supporting each other along the way. Silver would lift Nymphaea over tall grasses, while Nymphaea pointed out hidden trails that led them closer to their goal. Their journey was not without challenges. They encountered trickster fairies and a mischievous raccoon, who tried to divert them from their path. But Clover's determination and Nymphaea's wisdom prevailed. They reached a secluded glade, where the brightness of the star overhead was almost blinding. Clover could feel her heart pounding with anticipation. "Wait for here!" Nymphaea sidled and she exclaimed. In the center of the glade stood an ancient oak tree, with its branches reaching out like welcoming arms. At the base of the tree, embedded among the roots, lay a clear crystal bowl filled with sparkling water. Reflected in the water was the Star of Wishes, appearing almost within arm's reach. Clover and Nymphaea gazed into the bowl, making their deepest wish. Clover wished for happiness and health for all the creatures in the meadow, while Nymphaea wished for everlasting companionship with Clover. As they finished making their wishes, the star above shimmered brighter than ever, casting an ethereal light that enveloped folk. They felt warmth and a sense of peace wash over them. The Star of Wishes had heard and granted their desires. Their journey back home was filled with joy and laughter, for they knew they had found something magical. From that night on, whenever they looked up at the stars, they remembered the adventure that had deepened their bond and the wishes that had come true. Clover and Nymphaea continued to explore the meadow and beyond, but the starry night remained their favorite tale to share, reminding them that no dream was too far and no friend too small to make it come true. Good night, and thank you for sharing this evening.